All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to look at that incredibly satisfying step by step journey of transforming a totally disgusting winterized pool into a crystal clear summer oasis. Because let's be real, opening a pool is no small feat. Today, we're relying entirely on the real world experiences of a couple of dedicated DIYers, Sabrina and Andrew, along with a seasoned professional, the pool guy, to break down exactly how a backyard swamp actually becomes a pristine swimming spot.
To truly get the stakes here, we have to start with the visceral reality of opening a pool after a long winter. As our DIY sources, Sabrina and Andrew, perfectly put it, I really wish you could smell this. It's not just visual, you guys, it's a full-on sensory experience. It's stagnant, it's foul-smelling, it's murky, and honestly, it's downright intimidating. It really sets the baseline for the mountain of work ahead. And, well, our professional source, the pool guy, he echoes this exact sentiment. When he first peels back that heavy winter cover to see what he's dealing with, his initial assessment is usually a massive, daunting, algae-filled body of water that he simply describes as pretty green. Taking that cover off and setting it aside to dry is the moment of truth. You are literally looking at a living ecosystem of algae that needs to be completely dismantled.
Section 1. Waking up the equipment. Now, check out the contrast in experiences here. The pool guy runs through a super logical professional checklist. Checking the plant room where the equipment lives, replacing drain plugs, and priming the pump with water to catch suction. But then there's Sabrina and Andrew. They have to face the absolute shudder-inducing reality of sticking a bare arm blindly into freezing, murky, algae-filled water just to pull out the winterizing jet plugs. Deeply unglamorous manual labor for sure. But hey, even the pros run into mechanical hiccups. As the pool guy shows us, this mechanical phase isn't always flawless. Right after getting the pump running, he immediately had to troubleshoot and fix a small leak on the pump union. This is such a great reminder that when you're waking up plumbing that has sat totally dormant in freezing weather for months, you've got to be vigilant. You have to watch those seals and connections before you even think about treating the water.
Section 2. Shocking the system.
All right, so here we have two very distinct chemical approaches to what is basically chemical warfare against the algae. Sabrina and Andrew operate a saltwater pool, so they add chlorine to kickstart things before dumping in a literal ton of salt, balancing the chemicals, and firing up the heater. The pool guy, on the other hand, is treating a traditional pool, relying heavily on a massive dose of pool shock and stabilized chlorine granules. But despite the different chemical cocktails, the goal is exactly the same: rapidly elevate those sanitizer levels to destroy the algae bloom. But here's the thing, the chemicals alone, they just aren't enough. You can't just dump the powder in and walk away. Both of our sources emphasize the heavy physical labor required to actually make those chemicals effective. You gotta net the leaves off the top, which, by the way, the pool guy humorously notes he really should have done before adding the chemicals. But more importantly, you must aggressively brush the entire pool surface and scrub the walls. Why? Because as the pool guy points out, algae actively sticks to the surface. If you don't physically detach it, the chlorine can't effectively kill it. So, the absolutely crucial point right here is patience. After all those chemicals are in and your arms feel like jelly from scrubbing, you enter the waiting game. You literally just have to let the pool sit for a few days. During this time, that heavy dose of chlorine is effectively killing the detached algae, turning it from a vibrant green to a cloudy, dead white or gray color, which then settles quietly down to the bottom of the pool.
Section 3. The satisfying vacuum.
Oh man, this is where the magic truly happens. Seriously, as the vacuum head glides across the bottom, it essentially just erases the grime. You literally watch that heavy sludge of dead algae get instantly sucked away in a single pass, stripping back the murky clouds to reveal this beautiful, crystal clear water underneath. This is the moment all that hard work finally pays off. And we really need to highlight an essential expert pro tip from the pool guy here. You've got to vacuum this dead algae directly to waste. You absolutely do not want to send this toxic sludge through your pristine pool filter. Using his own external pump, he sucks the debris right out of the pool entirely. But it's a total race against the clock. Because you are physically ejecting water from the pool, you have to work fast so it doesn't lose too much volume.
Section 4. Summer maintenance tech.
So to keep the pool pristine without breaking a sweat all summer, the pool guy drops in some absolutely serious modern hardware, the Iper Scuba V3. We're talking about taking pool maintenance out of the dark ages and straight into the realm of artificial intelligence. It's actually billed as the world's first cognitive AI-powered essential robotic pool cleaner. And let me tell you exactly why this piece of tech matters. It doesn't just wander around aimlessly like old pool vacuums. It specifically targets and scrubs that tricky waterline where the gross scum builds up. Even more impressively, it features AI patrol cleaning, so it uses sensors to actively spot debris and head straight for the mess. By taking a targeted approach rather than a random pattern, it cleans 10 times faster than traditional methods. It's basically an active guardian for your pool all summer long. As we wrap up this incredibly satisfying Swamp to Swim explainer, I want to leave you with the exact same question Sabrina and Andrew asked. Is pool opening the exact same process where you live? Does your specific climate require this intense reopening routine every single spring? Or are you fighting different maintenance battles year-round? Think about it, and hopefully you have a new appreciation for the intense but super rewarding science of backyard pool care. Thanks for exploring this with me, and keep learning.